Hello folks, this is Henry. Welcome back to the channel. So I always see people asking questions about these Batwing awnings. So it just so happens Ra's been using his Batwing awning on top of his truck canopy here, with alongside of the mount that is on top of his canopy, which has a rooftop tent mounted on it. So his canopy swings all the way around, and it is a Batwing. So was it 270 degrees? Is that what the number is? Yeah, so 270. So he's going to show us how he sets it up. So here we go.
There you go, that's it.
So what a tremendous increase to living space outside, especially when you have a rooftop tent and the weather isn't looking so good, or if it's just blazing hot sun and you just need to get some sun protection. What a great addition. Now in this particular case here, Rob went with the 270 awning because that's where his cooking setup is. He's got these sliding drawers that come out, and tailgate pops down obviously, and these drawers slide out, and his cooktop is actually built right into the drawer, the sliding drawers. So one of the things about this this awning here that I've heard, one of my fellow four-wheel pop-up camper owner, he wanted to get a Batwing awning installed, so he phoned Four-Wheel Camper, and when they realized, manufacturer realized that he lived up in the area that I do, Pacific Northwest, there's a lot of rain, and they were kind of saying, well, you know, these things aren't really meant for tremendous amount of rain like we have, so that may not be like the best option, because I think they were talking about the water pooling on the side of these awnings right here, this portion, but apparently that's not the case with Rob's experience. So you want to tell us a little bit about that, Rob?
So these awnings come with great kits. They don't just send you the awning, they send you all the accessories that you need to take care of the tent or the awning in most environments. And in the kit is this cool guy line, and the guy line simply hooks onto a little tab on the awning, and you can tension the awning out off in the distance, and you can see that you deal with the water pooling issue right away by simply tensioning the awning down to the ground. It takes the water pooling issue out of the way. Now these Batwing awnings, and I'm not gonna try to pull the wool over your eyes on this, they have a ton of sail area just because of the nature of the size of the awning. So whenever you deploy your awning, you really need to do your part to take care of your awning by making sure that you guy your awning down. So they come with great peg kits, and I would recommend pegging out every guy point on the awning just to make sure that should a rogue gust of wind come, you're not gonna wind up having your awning destroyed by that wind. Inside of the awning, when it's all contained within the package when you put your awning away, is this kit, and it comes in its own special pouch. You just slide it out of the pouch, and it comes with a whole bunch of heavy duty pegs. These pegs are designed to fit into this plastic, the cast plastic foot of the awning, and they've even cast it so that the angle that you're supposed to put the pegs in is built into it. And you can choose to put 1 or 2 pegs into your awning feet to hold them in place. I recommend you also guy it out. The other cool part is that these awnings have built-in eyelets at the top of each peg, and this eyelet is actually meant or designed to be a receptacle for the guy line. So you simply snap your guy line in there, and it's really easy. They just snap it in and it guy it out.
So I guess people will ask, well, if I want to retrofit this awning, how do I attach this to my current setup? So what did you do over here, Rob? Want to just show us your mounting system?
Sure. So I'm a big fan of 80/20, and that's an extruded aluminum product that a lot of the crew that hangs out with Henry also uses. And what I did was I had an 80/20 bar cut to length. So I've got a Rhino rack, platform rack, but I didn't trust it with the weight of the rooftop tent plus the awning. So I had this 80/20 extrusion cut and simply bolt the mounting plates that come with the Rhino rack Batwing awning right onto the 80/20, and it's super secure.
Right, and I see two of them. There's one set here.
Yep.
And then there's the other set, and of course that actually forms part of your platform for your rooftop tent.
Correct.
Took advantage of it simply by attaching the bracket right to the side or the very end of the 80/20.
Correct. Yeah, I actually designed the system so that the 80/20 was longer than I thought I originally needed, and I offset the 80/20 extrusion underneath my tent to provide me with the length that I needed to mount the awning.
And obviously it's very non-intrusive as far as being part of your setup over here. Once it's in this bag, it really doesn't change things too much at all.
No, it just sits up against the tent itself and you don't even notice it.
So this is the provided guy line there.
Basically the way it works is you take your guy line, got this little hook here, snap it into the eyelet on the top of the tent, and you guy it out. And the guy line even comes with these cool tensioners, so you just double the guy line up, and you can adjust the length of your guy line accordingly.
Yeah.
So that is for the pole section of the tent, and then in addition to that, it comes with these chunks of guy line which have no end on it. So you simply tie this piece of guy line in through the tab on the tent. I've never played with it, but I think you kind of have to take these off every time. That's what I've been doing. So you simply tie it in, and you can tie whatever you want, bowline knot, fisherman knot, and guy this out. And you can see when I guy this out how it reduces the possibility of water pooling on the tent. The water just comes right off that valley that you make when you guy the tent out, and it runs right off.
So to be 100% clear, because for me as a doubter of fabric tents that aren't tensioned enough for water to come off, you've never had an issue with this in the rain?
I've never had an issue with this in the rain. In fact, I've run this in the snow, and I've had problems with it in the snow, where I actually had 10 centimeters of wet snow on top of the tent, and in the middle of the night this canopy actually collapsed. And I'll tell you, there's some opinions on the internet regarding the hinge system on this tent. I'll show it to you, but it's made out of plastic, and the plastic hinge system is designed to break when the tent is stressed, either by wind or by too much weight on the tent. And it's a really simple fix. You buy a $20 kit. When the tent breaks because there's been too much weight or a rogue wind took the canopy and pushed the arms up, the tent will break, or the hinge will break on purpose as a fail-safe mechanism, so it doesn't rip your tent apart. These are plastic hinge points, and they're designed to break. So when they do break, if you have a rogue wind, or in my case I had over 1,000 pounds of snow on top of the tent, this broke in the middle of the night. The tent actually stayed intact. Like, I woke up in the morning and the tent was still here. It was sagging a little bit. All I had to do was take out my repair kit, which I keep in the tent. You pop this bolt out and replace the little hinge that broke on you. It's a 5-minute process and you're good to go again. But you know that obviously the structural integrity of the hinge system was tested at that point.
There we go, folks. That's the Rhino Rack 270 Batwing awning. There you go. Let me know if you have any questions. drop them in the comments below, and do the best we can answer them. This is not a paid advertisement or anything. Rob bought that with his own money. Does a lot of backwoods stuff. I mentioned in a previous video that he is in search and rescue. He works with BC Parks. He's an area supervisor actually, and as well as he's a hunting instructor, a firearm instructor. All right, thanks a lot, folks. See you in the next video.